Hello and welcome to the second part of the jewelry course. I know it's been over a year since I recorded the first part, but now let's say we're back in business and we'll keep going with the videos. Now, first of all, just to let you know, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a professional. We're just learning together along the path, and whenever I do something wrong, I will not cut it out of the video. We will just go back and fix it together so we can learn the mistakes as well. Now, today I'm planning on designing something like this, which is an eternity ring with shared prongs and round gemstones. And then we'll pick 5 of the stones and then we'll build a band around it so we can create an engagement ring of the same style, of the same type. Now, let's start together and let's see where the road will take us. Let's go to our Matrix 9 software. I'm still using 9. I still haven't gotten the Matrix Gold. It's a little bit too expensive for me, I guess. For now, we'll see soon. And first of all, we'll need a ring rail. And you can find it here on this little blue bar here. You can go ring rail. And I'll just get Swiss 15, which popped first. It will depend on what size you want. You can go here and click Swiss to see other types, other measures. Like you can have European, USA, American, Swiss, and I usually use Swiss. And then we will need the gemstones, of course. And to get a gemstone on your screen to work with, you will need to go to the gems menu, which is over here. And then the first command on the line is gem loader. And if you forget their names and you're searching for it, whenever your mouse is on a command, you need to check up here and you will see the name of the command. So when I'm hovering over this, it's the gem loader. When I'm hovering over the next, it's gem on curve. Okay, let's click it, gem loader. And when the gem loader is open, it pops up a menu right under here. And here you have gem sizes and gem shapes like rounds, pears, radiants, triangles, baguettes, everything. We will go with the round cut and 2.5 millimeters, which is here. If you click it once, there, the stone will pop on your screen. We don't need this gem loader anymore, so I'll just press this X here and close it. Okay, now I want to move this gemstone up over the ring rail. How do I do? The simplest. Go here under info and settings, and the last command online is the gumball. Just activate it. This means that whenever I click and choose something on my screen, whether it's a curve or a gemstone, some arrows and an arc will pop up. And basically, it's just press and hold. If you press and hold this red arrow, you're moving your gemstone left and right. If you press and hold the blue one, you're going up and down. And if you want to rotate it, just press and hold this yellow arc over here. Just press and hold. See? Okay, if you click somewhere empty, unselect. Now, how do we go back? I need to go 3 or 4 steps back. You can press Ctrl and Z on your keyboard. Pressing and holding Ctrl, Z, Z, Z. If you forget this, you can always use these 2 arrows to undo and redo. Like so, and like so. Okay, now I want to move this stone up over the ring rail. How do we do? Click the stone, press and hold. Now I will zoom in here a little bit. I'm turning the wheel on my mouse here. Okay, and press and hold. Zooming some more. And I will bring the table of the gemstone right here to the curve, to my ring rail. And then select your gemstone and click this arrow once. Now above boxed. Here basically you can write specific millimeters. Like if you write 3 and hit enter on your keyboard, the gemstone will move upwards for 3 millimeters. If this is okay for you, if that's what you want, it's okay. If not, you can go lower, you can go higher, or you can still continue typing stuff. Like if you want to move this 1 millimeter down, click the gemstone once, click this arrow once, and when it pops, you can type -1 for negative direction. It will go downwards. And if you type +1 or just 1, it will go up for 1 millimeters. Now what's next? Next is we need to create a setting, a head with 4 prongs for this gemstone. And you need to go here under the settings menu. The first command is the head builder. Click it once and some things pop up on your left side. Now each box shows you what it does or what it contains. So the first box needs either a gem or a head. The second box is the shape of the prong. The third box is the shape of the rail. What are those? Let's go further. Now I want to maximize my perspective screen now to see things better. And to do it, you need to double click here on where it says perspective. Double click it. It's maximized. Alright. Let's select the gemstone and then put it in this box which says gem. You'll need to use this little box with a triangle on it. Click it and the command starts working like a charm. Now it gave us 4 prongs and 2 rails, nothing too much, no big deal, but we need to make it better, which will suit for us. Now we have round prongs. We'll go with the round prongs for this design. We have round rails. It's good for us. Let's go with that one. If you go here on your left side, we have 8 boxes that we can alter with them. The first one, when you click it, it says prong size. So now each prong is 0.6 millimeters in diameter. It means this circle here is 6 millimeters if you go in diameter like so. Now this feels too thin for me. Maybe if you're going for 14K solid gold, it's thicker, it's heavier, it's good, it may hold. If you're going for silver, you can go thicker, you can make it bigger. Just for purposes of this video, I'll go with 0.75 and press enter on your keyboard. Don't forget to press enter. Each time you do something, you need to press enter. Here, delete this and then type 0. The comma doesn't work, by the way, it needs to be 0.75, enter. We have bigger prongs. Now, if you look at this like this, it's way higher. There's a gap in between our ring rail and the head. We want to move this downwards. So you can either press and hold this one. If you hover over it, it says head drop. You can press and hold with your mouse button and just pull it down. If you want to be more precise, go up here, click through finger, which is our through finger screen, okay? And you can move this up or down and try going slightly inside the ring rail so we can cut afterwards and have a perfect circle inside of the ring. Now, if you like it, if this is okay for you, you can go for it. If not, I want to change some more stuff. Let's go back to perspective. Now, we can move the prongs inside the stone a little bit more. This is too far. I mean, it's okay if you like it like that, but if you are going to have a silicone mold and set the stones afterwards, it's I can't say it's better because it will be set afterwards, but you can do something like this. You can nudge the prongs inside like 0.15 millimeters. Okay? The prongs are inside. or you can press and hold this little box here and move them out, move them inside. I usually go for 0.15. It's easier when you're setting or cleaning the piece. Okay, so far I like it. Now the prongs seem a little bit high for me, so I will just move this down like so. Okay. If you like it, if it's okay for you, you can right click with your mouse button, and there you have your first head and your first gemstone. Now we need to array this around the curve, both pieces. To do so, you will need to choose them both, this one and this one. You can either go from left to your right and cover the area, or you can press and hold shift on your keyboard and click 1, 2. Okay, then you will need to go transform, and on the second page there is this array along curve, the first command on the second page. Click it once. Now it says, you can, if you check up here on your command line, now it says select path curve. So which one is it? This one, the ring rail. Click it once and the box pops up. Now here you have two options. You can type in number of items, or you can type in distance between items. Now since we didn't measure anything on the screen before using the command, let's try guessing. If you look here, let's just try. Let's go for 28 pieces, okay? And hit OK. Now it actually worked. Okay, I didn't expect this. See, the stone distance is okay for me, but there's a little problem. I don't like this when two prongs are touching each other. I just want one prong. And how do we do it? Now I'm pressing Ctrl and Z on my keyboard to go back once. We need to ungroup this. So when I click it, and if you look up here, 4 polysurfaces and 2 surfaces are added to my selection. This means it's a group and we need to ungroup it. How do we do? Go here to Utilities and then hit Ungroup right here. Now if you click it, you can choose them individually. You know what I will do? I'll just delete this one and I'll delete this one. Now, just making sure these 3 buttons are activated here, which is Rhino History. I'll show you what it does right now. Let's go ahead and choose this. I'm also pressing and holding Shift key on my keyboard. This and this. And let's go transform, array along curve, and array around this curve, 28 pieces. Okay, I forgot to array the gemstone. Let's do it. Choose this one, transform, array along curve, choose your curve, and hit OK. 28 pieces. Now, these two are the originals ones. I'll change their colors so I can explain better. I chose them both, and then I click this arrow here on metal 04. Now, as you can see, these prongs, they need to be closer in between. If you choose it and then move it like so, all of the others are moving. Okay? This happens because our Rhino history is open and the history is updating all other objects. Now, if you want, you can just go ahead and do like this. And you need to do the same on the other side, but it's not going to be equal because we're not measuring anything. And the best way to do this, when you're arraying, I'll delete this one as well. You can array these all together, okay? Like so. And then fix the position of this prong. And now we will mirror them to the other side. Those are all green, all metal 04. And if I right click with my mouse, right here, right click. Now I can go here on this menu, hit mirror, and it's asking of a start of mirror plane, which is going to be this 0 here, which is the center of our construction plane. 0, enter, and now as you can see it's mirroring to the other side. It's working in a mirror dimension thing. If you press and hold shift on your keyboard, it will just stick here on 90 degrees. Now as you can see we have better prongs. If you still don't like it, if you don't love it, just delete them. Go Metal 04, right click and hit delete on your keyboard. See, we'll choose a different path. Press and right click, press with your right click on gem 03 here. This selects all of your gemstones, or if you feel comfortable you can just go like so and select them all, you know, one by one. What I do, I go gem 03, right click, select it, and then go settings and prong adder. We have a new menu. See this box, it wants gems, so feed it with gems. Press this button, all of your gems are inside this box. Now we're starting to work with newer prongs. Okay, we need this longer, so it's this box here, drop. As you can see in the picture, it's going under the surface. If you press and hold like so, you're making them longer. Okay, and then we want them thicker, so we'll change the diameter. The first box, it's 0.58, let's go 0.8, thicker. Okay, now as you can see, if you look on the side, they're not going downwards in a straight line. This box, it's tapered, it's 13%. Let's go 0. So the prongs are moving straight down. Okay, the height, you want to change it, you will go to the third box, large prong height. It's going up, it's going down, depends on whatever you will choose. The fillet, it's 68%. It means the top here, you can see it's a little bit not filleted, it's a little bit straight. If you go higher in numbers, it will be more rounded. If you go lower, it will be just cut. Let's go with 90. And if you want to nudge the prongs, you will need to use this one here, nudge. The lower you go, the prongs will be separated. The more you go, the prongs will go more inside. You can choose something like for 45%. And if it's okay for you, right click once. There, it's all set. Now we need to cut it. We need to cut the insides. You can press and you can click once and it will select 56 polysurfaces, which is 56 individual prongs, and you will need to go here to cutters and cut the finger rail. Okay, it's cut. Let's save this. To save it, you can just select everything on the screen and go here under project. Let's say eternity and engagement. This is a project now. And then you need to click this arrow here and it's saved. Next time when you load up your matrix, if you click this, you get your ring back. Okay, now for the second part of this same video, we're going to create an engagement ring with 5 stones, which will be, I will hide the stones. Let's go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To hide them, you need to click here, hide, they're hidden, and we also need those rails, hide it. Now I will hide those prongs. How? Well, when I select, it selects everything. So how did we do it? We go utilities, ungroup. Now it's not grouped, and then we will hide those as well. Hide. I'm also hiding the curve, the ring rail, we'll need it. and the rest you can just delete. Select everything and press delete on your keyboard. Okay, now how do we bring back the hidden? This was the hide button. We have the show button, click it once, and we have 5 stones with their heads, with their settings, and we have a curve, which is our ring rail. Now we'll do something simple, something quite simple. We'll go to tools and then press profile placer here. How this works, basically you have a box which wants a curve from you, so you select your curve and click this arrow to put it inside the box, so the command will start working. We have a profile here. Let's say I don't like it. How do you change it? You go here in this box and you click inside the box. You don't click edit, you click inside the box and it pops up with this. And here you can choose a different shape for your ring. Let's see, what do we have? You have this one, you can see it like so. We have this one, this one. Let's go with something like this. Now, we need width and height, the thickness and the girdle of the ring rail. I mean the ring band, not the ring rail, I'm sorry. And if you want to write them manually, you will use these boxes. If not, you will just press and hold these little arrows over here. I want to type. Let's go for the first box. I'll just delete this here, 2.5, and hit enter, never forget. And the height, let's go with something like 1.5, which means, let's go to side view. If you look at this here, the height from here to here is 1.5 millimeters. And the width from here to here, I guess, is 2.5, or from here. Let's measure it together. Let's go dimension, line dimension, and let's measure this from here. Yeah, it's 2.5 from the longest place. Okay, now we'll add some more curves. How do we do it? Click this once, press profile, placer. Now I want to position this curve. I don't want this one here. I want this to go here and then come there to 25 degrees. I'm pressing and holding shift on my keyboard so it sticks at 25. Now I want this to go thinner and taller, but not here. So it was 2.5, the first one. We chose 2.5 and 1.5. Now I want this to go 2.2 in width, which is going thinner, and I'll leave it 1.5 for now. But I also want one of these profiles on the other side. How do? We can go and press add mirror, which is basically mirroring the same profile to the other side, and press add once. Now they're all added. Now we will move it upwards again. You can press and hold this position on curve with your left mouse button, or if you want, you can use this last box which says position on curve. If you want to do something more precise, you can go to the through finger and move it like so. See? I'll move it a little bit more. Oh, it's too much. Yep, this is okay. And now I want this to go thinner than it is, something like this, and higher. I want it longer. Once again, add mirror so it copies to the other side, and finish the command with your right mouse button. Now let's hide what's too much in the scene. Let's hide these, let's hide these. Pressing and here, pressing hide, they're all hidden. Now we need to use the sweep command to make a surface for the ring band. Let's go here, surface, and sweep one. When you click it once and check up here on the command line. It says select rail. It's telling you everything you need to do. First, select rail. Which one is our rail? It's this one. It's selected. Now select cross section curves, which are the profiles that we used with profile placer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I chose them all, and now I'm right clicking with my mouse once. Here you need to be careful. You have to check that these arrows, they're looking in the same direction. Sometimes one can be like this. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 profiles are looking to my right and one to my left. If it's like this, you go here and click once with your left button. If every one of them is looking in the same direction, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. Right click, and when this pops up, click OK. Yeah. Before showing the hidden gemstones, as you can see that this is open, this is hollow inside, it's just the surface. We need to create this to make a poly surface. We need to close the ends and it will be ready for printing then. You will need to select the surface, and then go solid and use this one, cap planar. This command is basically capping the hollow ends. Here, yep. It's capped. Now we can click show, and we have a simple engagement ring in our scene. Let's save it. I will select it all and click here. Okay, now let's render these two pieces. I'm moving this to the side so I can bring my first design. Yeah, you can go here to render and press V-Ray styles, which will pop up this V-Ray render here. Now we have yellow gold, white gold, silver, rose, platinum, everything. I want these in rose gold with white gemstones. Okay, to choose them, you will need to go metal 01, which is this green. You can just right click it. And to select all of the purple prongs, you can go to heads here, and right click it. Now since everything is chosen, you will need to go rose gold and click this yellow to apply the materials to the object. Now if you go and check your presentation, you can see that the metals are rose gold. How do we select all the gemstones? You can go gem 03, right click with your mouse, and where are the gemstones on my render menu? Right here, gem materials. Let's try diamonds. Okay, here, diamonds, and then press this to apply the objects. They're applied. Now I want a background. How do we do it? Right here, this is creating a ground plane underneath your items, something like this. This is just a surface. You can also do it yourself, and I want it to be white, which is white mate. This is what I want. Okay, now let's move all these in the center. I want a higher resolution. I'll go with 1920 times 1080. And if you like your scene, you can press this one here to render the both of your rings together. We'll go deeper with renders and more designs soon. Thank you for watching. I hope I will not leave a gap for a whole year again, and I'll be recording more videos sooner. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comments so everyone can see them. and I'll try replying to each and every one of them. Thank you and stay safe.